Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and join me here once again in Train World as we see one of our trains. I believe it's Robbie, the coal train, coming down to deposit hopefully a large wagons load. Yeah, well, a full capacity of coal into this is Fort Worth, isn't it? Which has got a steel foundry, which isn't doing a great deal because nobody at the moment I think wants steel. We're going to have to learn how to use steel as part of our research. Anyway, it's been a couple of weeks or thereabouts, I think, since I recorded the last episode, and in that time the developer has been very busy indeed and provided at least 2 significant updates to the game. There's been a few other fixes and stuff along the way as well, but in terms of significant updates there have been 2 in particular. And we're going to look at several of the features included in those updates in this video, as well as moving on and improving our network and adding new routes and new trains to our system. Now the first of those changes is to do with game mode. At the moment we have a game mode where you open a world and you start at the beginning of train time, work your way through the eras, meet objectives, connect industries and cities and towns and so on, and that's it. We now have a sandbox mode. Oh yes, set the gameplay objectives to what you need them to be, or not, whatever. So we have a quick look at that. So we're going to have to get out of here. So that's K, isn't it? Yeah, get the UI back. And we're going to go back to load the main menu and have a look at what a sandbox startup might look like. Here we're at the main menu again. We're going to start a new game. We have the option for basic or Sandbox. So if we choose Sandbox, what options do we have open to us? We can set a difficulty level. Again, I'm not entirely sure what the difficulty levels actually mean in terms of money, industries, map and so on. We may get more information on that. I don't think it's part of the help. But anyway, you can choose your difficulty level. You can choose whether you start in steam, diesel or electric eras. You can decide if you want all the research unlocked or not, so why worry about sort of spending or waiting for points to accrue and then spending them to open up technologies. Just have all the tools at your disposal immediately. Also, whether you want to spend money or wait for regions to become free to unlock. So particularly on the larger maps. On this small map I'm playing on at the moment, there's only 4 regions I think, but on some of the larger maps, well most of the maps are larger, but no, all of the maps are larger at the moment than this one. There's a lot of regions to open, and also infinite money, whether you feel like the economic challenge or whether you just want to create a network. If you want to test yourself at building a network that works and ships everything to everywhere, that kind of thing. The old epic challenge I think we used to call it on that other game. Yeah. Now I believe, although it's not noted here, that in sandbox mode all the trains from all the eras are available to you. In the normal basic game, once you get into another era, then all the previous train models are no longer available to you to purchase, or indeed to clone apparently. So once I get into the diesel era, then that's it. I can't buy any more steam trains, for example. But I believe in sandbox mode, you do keep all the trains through all the eras, which may or may not be good for you. So that's the sandbox mode. We're not going to do that, in fact. We're going to carry on with our standard game. But while I'm here in the settings, no, actually, let's go into my standard game and I'll show you the other setting that I want to talk about first before we actually get into the gameplay itself. Okay, so we're back where we started, and the other thing that has been changed, I think in the latest update, is we now have customizable key binding. Oh yeah! Such an important part of most games, I think, because different players have different requirements for how they interact with the game systems, whether keyboard or mouse or controller or whatever. Having customizable key bindings is a very good way of making sure you can get any player who wants to play the game to use it, to play it. So that's a good thing. Now, of course, the one thing that I've been complaining about, you may have noticed, that the spacebar is not the pause key. I'm used to that. The spacebar, however, does do a very important thing in the standard configuration, which is complete construction of track. So without actually cancelling the construction mode. So you can lay a segment, space, lay the next segment contiguously, and so on, without sort of coming out and restarting. So I want to reconfigure that, but I want a key to replace spacebar here. And what I've decided to use is, click on that, the Alt key. So that will be my complete construction segment carry on kind of key. And I can reset the pause key from the back quote to spacebar. And that will make me a very happy bunny indeed. There's still one thing actually, I only just noticed this, and I don't know if this has changed with this latest update or not. Probably not, but I just noticed it, so I'm going to mention it anyway. Is that the pause key is not a toggle. It would be nice if it was. So whatever speed you're running at, you press your pause key and you do whatever you need to do, and then you press the unpause key, sort of the pause key again basically, and that toggles the speed back on to whatever it was before you started, before you did the pause, that is. It would be nice if that could be implemented here as well. The other thing which I'm going to, another small gripe of mine, is the game always starts at speed 1. I do prefer my save games when I reload them to start at pause, or at least whichever speed I was running at when I saved the game. So, I mean, for example, that other transport game that I play, the save there does include the speed status. So I've got the game paused when I save it, it will start in pause mode. If I'm running at full speed when I save it, I believe the game does start at full speed. Anyway, let's get on with playing this game. There's lots of other things to get excited about. I'm going to pause it here by pressing the space key. Oh, I feel so good about doing that. Simple things. Now, I want to have a look at these industries here feeding the steel mill. So that's going to be this one here. There it is. Which is you. You've got 159. That's iron ore, isn't it? Yeah, iron ore waiting to be picked up. Which is why on our all bulk line we've got 2 trains running to take that away. Actually, I'm just wondering if that's enough trains. So where are you? You are coming out of there. Okay, and Thomas, the other one, where are you? Oh, you're coming down, you're fully loaded as well. Oh, I did. Okay. Right. I did actually increase the capacity of these. They were running at 90. When I finished the last episode, I had just 6 gondolas on them. But I noticed that the capacity of Nashville coal mine station was... I need to come out of follow mode. It was getting quite full. So I upped the capacity of those trains to 105. And I also have a feeling that the coal here coming out of Seattle, yeah, that's getting quite busy as well. We've only got 1 train on that line, which is Robbie, the coal train, and he is running at 90. I think I need another train on that line. Before I do that though, I need to make sure they can use this line because it is currently single track all the way down. I've just swayed the train. There's Robbie. No. Okay, so another 90 might be okay, I think. So we'll just clone that one. Now, this gives me an opportunity to show off one of the new features in this latest update to the game. And that, in rail laying, is double tracking. Yes! So we can now automatically lay double track just with one sweep of the mouse. It's one of the things that a lot of us players were complaining about, that because of the limitations on the length of segment that you could lay, it's all to do with the map design and the game mechanics and so on. There's good technical reasons for it, but there was a limit which on a very large map could be quite tiresome and frustrating when you've got to lay a lot of track and then lay a lot of another set of tracks alongside it. So being able to do double tracking all in one go is very good indeed. So what we're going to do is delete, not that whole section there. We'll delete a bit around here. So if we zoom in, we can delete a smaller segment like that. Yeah, actually that will do, I think. And what we'll do then is lay double track along here. Now if I do that, connect that. Oh, it does it. I don't want to do it that way around, but I think if I draw it from the other side, wherever that is, that's it. It draws it from the top. That's it. I want to draw it that way. I don't know why, to be honest. why am I doing it differently? I don't know, but I am. So we can tuck that in there. Press my Alt key. Yes. Go back to single track. There's a limitation on the double track drawing, that you can't use double track mode when you're doing switches, junctions and some other bits and bobs. I'm not sure if, like bridges and tunnels, if they double track. I might have to try that at some point. But there are limitations, to be honest. But you can do a lot of it in double track, which is excellent. So signals, we'll place a signal down here. We're using the right hand drive. Right, there you go. We'll put it right up close, and that's that direction, and then the other end we will do this down here. That's fine. Okay, you'll notice this signal panel here is different. Quite a few interesting and good things have been added to it, and we'll discuss those a little bit later when we get into drawing our next big route. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple more of these passing sidings so I can run 2 trains along here. Then I'll come straight back to you once that job's been done. So it's basically just more of this laying double track. I think that's it done. We've got 3 passing sidings now. Ooh, actually, I've got 1 signal there. Perhaps I ought to, yes, I think I ought to improve the track around here. Yeah, that's only a short length of track, a short block segment, so I think we ought to improve this. You can't get rid of that joining track, can you? You've got to get rid of the whole length. Okay. And likewise here probably as well. Oh, I've just got rid of the signal. Is that all? I'll leave it like that. Okay, so we want a little bit of track, single track again. I want to connect you back up, obviously, like so, and then take you out along here. Now this station does only support 1 platform, so I think I'm okay being that close to it. And in fact, I think it does warn me, because it does reserve some space for additional platforms. It would warn me if I was too close. Okay, so I want some signals here. I think this should be long enough, so we want you to go in that direction. I think we should be good. So that signal there should stop the train if there's a train coming into the station here. And if there's one on there, again, this length here is a little bit short. If we're going to get much longer trains, which we might well do if this industry takes off, then that might be a bit shorter. You may be familiar with another YouTube creator, a buddy of mine by the name of Blue Wizard, who's also doing a chunk of videos for Train World. He's got a lot further in the game than I have. He's well into electrics and so on, so he's done a lot bigger and more expansive map than I have. But most of his freight stations use loops, and as he said in one of his recent videos, this might be a bit slower. This switcheroo kind of routine might be a bit slower than a well organized loop. Certainly if you've got multiple trains running on that service. We shall see. But yes, by all means, check out his channel. Just see what he's done with the game and other train and transport games that he plays as well. There'll be a link to Blue Wizard's channel in the description below. So we're going to add a new train, weren't we? We're going to copy Robbie. Now we're going to clone you. Yes. And we're going to put you on the coal line. There you go. So we're not going to give you a name. I do have a name to give a train in this episode, so stay tuned for that. But this is a very ordinary train, just doing some very ordinary cargo handling. It's just a copy of Robbie, so shall I give it I will give it a name. This isn't the name we're planning to give a special train. We'll come to that a little later in the episode. What should we call this one? We'll call it Big John, in reference to a song from a very long time ago. So that's our second train on that line. Now let's look at what else we can do on this map. Now, something I actually discovered off the back of the previous episode was to do with tasks, which I've been using as a way of sort of finding objectives on the map and also earning some extra revenue. As you see, as you complete each of these tasks, you get a nice lump sum of 2.5 million added to your bank account, which is very handy when you're building expensive things like tunnels. Say no more about that. Now, the thing I noticed was you can have 3 active tasks running at one time, and you can complete them in any order you like, but you can actually remove tasks that you don't want at this point in time. So if there's a task you know doesn't work at this point because you haven't researched, you don't have whatever technologies, or it's just going to be too expensive to do, you can remove it, and then in a few minutes later you'll get another task to replace it. So we can do that. Now, I've got to be honest with you here. I have kind of played this episode already and made a terrible, terrible mistake. And we're going to look at the map, the mini-map, to show you what the mistake was that I made. So here's our mini-map. We opened our new Memphis region recently in a previous episode, and that gave us these new tasks to do with Milwaukee, Sacramento and Albuquerque, which are, that's Milwaukee. That's Baltimore, that is Sacramento, and Albuquerque's down there, and it was to do with sand and glass. So we've got sand here, and there's an industry here in Baltimore which requires it, which is glass, and there's an industry down here which is bricks, which requires it along with clay, which comes from a place called Mesa, to make bricks. There's also, according to our tasks, a task we can deliver glass to Milwaukee and earn a reward doing that. I mean, if we look at Milwaukee here, which is this town here, we don't know what's going on in Milwaukee. We don't know what industry is there. We're going to have to unlock that as part of our research spending. And if we look at glass here, we can see, oh, there's no link to Milwaukee because the game doesn't know it's there. It doesn't know what Milwaukee wants, but it does apparently know what Jacksonville wants. And Jacksonville doesn't seem to want glass either. Interesting. I wonder if there's a little bugette in this map. Now, this is a map which did have a couple of bugs on release. It's been fixed since then, but because I'm actually playing the map from when it was first released, I still suffer from some of those bugs. To do with copper in particular, I think, was the main bug that people hit. The industry chain around copper was bugged. So I'm wondering if this is a similar thing. Now, what I planned to do in this episode was do that task to take sand from Sacramento to Baltimore, and then the glass to Milwaukee. But because Milwaukee's industry demand is unknown, the factory here that makes glass doesn't become active. So you get nothing on that route at all. So you're never going to get any money out of that task. So what I'm going to do here is ignore that task entirely. We're going to remove that task. There you go. Done that. And we could do that sand down there. Let's get the products back up to Albuquerque. Or we could do it up here. We could do both. We get money from that, but we get a reward for Albuquerque, even though it is that much longer a route. But I want a long route because I want a big, fast, impressive train. But what I'm going to do before we get on to building that route, which we'll do in a second, is check out my research. Ooh, we've got 403 points already. Oh, there's something else I want to make. With all these changes, there's a lot to talk about. And there's also things that I learnt following the last episode, which I want to show off to you as well, or admit to you in terms of my failures. But we'll get to that in a minute. We will get to building the route shortly, honestly, Gov. We will. So we've unlocked that train. We could unlock oil. We could unlock more passengers, or new bridges, or make tunnels cheaper. I'm not planning on building more tunnels, I don't think. What if we unlock oil? no, I'm not going to do that because there's something else I want to show you. What we will do is we'll unlock passenger revenue. We'll unlock the new bridge. And then we'll unlock the cheaper tunnels. Okay. And we'll come to the oil in a moment because that shows off something else. But I'm going to have to pause the game because I'm just earning too many research points at the moment. Right. Passenger revenue. Why did I pause on that? Because if we go back to our lines here, not the lines, our finances, our passenger route, you can see that by the passenger icon, which is vaguely visible there, is losing money. Quite a lot of money. And that's because if we go to, can we go, that's a foundry. No, I want the passenger station. That's it. So if I visit that, and then come out of the main map, the mini map. Oh, it's taking me back there. Oh, I didn't want it to do that. But that's down here anyway, isn't it? Here we are. Yeah. The thing with passengers is that the passenger demand or supply, or both in fact, is low to start with, and although it picks up, it does pick up quite slowly. So when I first put this line and this train together, I had on it quite a large train with I think 3 wagons on it to start with. But what I've done since is I've taken it down to 1 wagon. So yeah, because each wagon carries 32, and that has a maintenance cost. So with 3 or even 2 wagons on that, that's wasted capacity. We will grow demand, but it will take quite some time before it gets to 32, 64 or 96, whatever the higher demand is. So I've reduced the capacity of my train there to 1 wagon and just 32, and it's currently, if I click on that, oh, there's nobody waiting. Is the train? Oh, clicking on a train when it's in a station is a bit, you can't, well, it's difficult to do. Right, let's go back here. First Express. It is carrying those 9 people from Jacksonville. So it's taking those out. Oh, we've got a new task. Excellent. So that's what I've done. So having extra passenger revenue. Are you ravenous? I'm not. It's almost lunchtime, but not quite yet. So I'm not hungry just yet. And revenue, yeah, is a little bit low. So increasing that by 10% isn't going to give me a lot of money, but it will help alleviate the losses on that train. Now, what was that new task we got? Denver. Ooh, Denver. That's quite easy, I think. So let's go to the mini map. So that's Denver there. Oh, we could do that. And that was a sand route. Was it? It wasn't sand. What was it? It was lime. Oh, that's right. Which is what Jacksonville wants for the... Where's lime? There it is. Which is what Jacksonville wants to make cement. Does anyone want cement? Oh, I should look at those icons again. Now that's got the arrows saying there is a definite demand requirement, whereas on the cement there's no arrow. Because the game sort of vaguely thinks there might be a demand for cement in Memphis, but it doesn't know for sure because we haven't unlocked it. Sneaky. Right, so that's another little trick I've learned. Thank you so much for watching these and making me record these videos. I'm learning new things about this game all the time, which is lovely. But no, I want a long route because we want a long, fast train. So we're going to do this task to take sand from Sacramento to Albuquerque. So let's go there right now on our mini map. Let's set up our grid lines. We'll use this sort of pale colour for sand. That's Albuquerque, isn't it? Let's turn the industry on. So we want to go from there to there. Ooh, can we sneak through here? I don't know how difficult that terrain's going to be. I think that the dev has also improved the contour lines on the map and made them a bit more variable and I think you can tell, yes, because there's a colour difference here. So I think this is obviously quite a steep gradient here because the line is brighter than the gradient is on these lines here. So we'll come round to Albuquerque like that, I think. I think that makes sense. The thing to bear in mind here, of course, is that we will want to connect Sacramento to Baltimore, and we will at some point presumably want to connect Baltimore to Milwaukee. So it's going to be a complex junction around there. We shall see. So let's get into this, shall we? Let's get rid of our guidelines. Let's get into the map. And we're going to build a new station here. Oh, this is what... I keep remembering things which I started talking about and then disappeared into a different tangent. Right. We don't know what this freight station is here. And that's because we haven't researched it yet. Yes, I know it's colliding. Don't tell me off. But if we go to research and unlock oil, there you go. We go to stations. It is now unlocked because that is the station type for handling liquids, oil and gas. I think he means petrol or fuel. I think gas comes from some other raw material, not oil. Then what do I know? Okay, so we're actually wanting one that does sand. That's you, but you don't do glass or bricks. You do bricks, so it's a separate station. All right, but okay, we'll take this one now. We can't run more than one platform on this station. We could put in the bigger one, of course. Where we could, that is the cargo one, isn't it? We could put that one in, but that is substantially more expensive. I'm going to save money for the moment. I'm going to be cheapskate. So we'll put this in, and we'll try and design it so that we could run quite a few trains through here if we need to. So Control key, rotate. So which direction are the arrows going in? They're going in like that. Okay, that works for me. So we'll do this, I think, on a big loop. Where the heck is Baltimore? Can I zoom out of this map here? No, I can't. Let's go to the mini map. So where's Baltimore? It's in. Should I draw the guideline on here so I roughly know the orientation of Baltimore? Not lines, lines. So we'll take you from there to there. So that's the sort of orientation we'll have for a line to Baltimore. Okay, so I'm not sure I needed to do that, but it gives me something to do. So we want a station here. We're going to rotate you using the control and the mouse, and yeah, I think if we put our station about here, I think we'll do. Yeah, then we can loop round up there. That's good. We'll put you there like that. Confirm. And we'll do some single track coming out of here. Click it, hold it, and drag it. Actually, no, we'll do this as the loop. We'll come out of here on the loop. Like so. Alt. That's it. My alternative for the spacebar. No, can't do that. Oh, bother. Right, we'll start that again, shall we? And do it properly. Actually, can I? No, it doesn't want to do it like that. Okay. Take you there and then to there. Well, that's a bit of a naff tight turn, but I'll live with that for the time being. Okay, so our track will come out of here, like so, to go down to Albuquerque. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll commit that one. But we'll need, when we're coming back from Albuquerque to fill up with new sand, we'll want to have a little bit of a... Actually, if I do the dual track to start with, and I know what I'm working with. Nope. Cancel that. do it again properly. Right, that's it. So we'll just do that bit of dual track. If I go back to single, then I can take you off there, that's it, and turn you onto the loop, like so. Good. Right, so we can now double track pretty much all the way down to Albuquerque. Am I connected? No. Yeah, I'm a bit clumsy, so hitting that little white dot can be a bit of a trial for me. Okay, keeping an eye on this panel, make sure that we're not going over up or down large inclines. We can do our tracks here, keep an eye on the cost, which obviously is what burned me when I did the tunnelling work out near Fort Worth. So we're going to come down here. This is all quite nice and cheap. Right, now is this actual inclines? Is this mountainous track? Or is it just dirty land? It looks just dirty more than... Oh, this might be inclined round here. So yeah, let's go through this like so. Ooh, the incline you see is going up here. Let's just check where our station's going to be. We are still quite a way. Ah, right, there you are. So on the mini-map, we're going to be got bricks there. Do we know if anyone wants... Right, apparently Jacksonville will want bricks. Or no, Jacksonville will probably send cement down. One way or another. This clay, where's that coming from? Nobody knows. Oh, yeah, from there. Oh, good. Okay, so we could build bricks. Ah, right. That helps me plan where I want this station then, because we're coming in from the north and from sort of northwest, isn't it? There. Okay. So what's our station going to look like? Ooh, that's the point. Does this station do both clay? That's clay and that's sand. Or it does do both. Okay, so again I think we'll do another sort of loop around rather than a multi-platform thing. We're coming in from there roughly and down here. So our station, if we put it like so, that works, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, and that'll give me room to do all sorts of fun things. We'll put our little loop in. So again, we're single tracking from here, like so. So, and bring that up there, I think. Okay, and our incoming track will come in from here-ish, probably. Oh, that is quite a steep incline up there. That's not so steep. Okay, we will take that. Right, cancel that. So where's our existing track? Ooh, actually, let's remove those two sections there then. Let's put this back so it's a little bit further, whoops, south as it were. There, that's better. Alright, so we want to come in, yeah, down this side, I think. Yeah, that's a reasonably good incline figure. I'm happy with that. And then something like that. And there we are. So we're travelling on the right, aren't we? Okay, that's a bit annoying. Okay, let's cancel that. So this track here, they're going to be crossing over. That's a bit of a bind, isn't it? Okay. Well, we could have them not crossing over. We could have them coming down in on the wrong line, but then I think that will probably affect what happens up at Sacramento. So yeah, the loop is kind of the wrong way around, possibly. Well, we'll deal with that. Don't worry. We'll do it. Oh, can I build a bridge? Oh, we've got a new type of bridge here. Will this allow me to build over track? That's interesting. Now, let's go to the mini map and let's draw in a guideline for this whatever it's coming down. Oh, clay, isn't it? We'll use, oh, that's a clay kind of colour, isn't it? So if we take you from there, oh, these inclines don't look friendly, do they? Not friendly at all. Around there, and then coming down there. Okay. Right, so you'll be coming in and going off that way. So you'll be coming. Okay. Not entirely sure. Yeah. I'm not great at planning things out. I do things off the top of my head, and I'm not sure that'll work. But I'm going to lay it down as if it will work, and then fix it when I try and do it and find that clearly it doesn't work. We shall find. Okay, what I want to do is see if we can build a bridge. Do I have any better bridges on the research panel yet? I've only got 20. Oh, I've had the game in pause, so I'm not earning any more research, and there's no better bridges for a while yet anyway. What's that? Oh, that's cheaper bridges. Okay. So what I want to do then is lay some single track. Now if I do this, now here we've got the automatic stay at the level of the ground. We've got the slanty thing which allows us to do the slope ourselves, or H which sets the height above sea level. But yeah, it sets the height at the end of that segment of track. It'd be nice if it actually sort of set the height of the whole segment, so you can sort of start at a high level and draw a bridge in one piece, as it were, a bit like you can in that other game that I play. So we're going to have to build a slope to start with. Okay, let's cancel that. Okay, can I build a slope here? We'll use the slant or slope tool, which is probably a better way of describing it rather than slant. You've given me a bridge. Excellent. Now, can that bridge get over this bit of track? So if I press Alt to carry it on, and the incline is too steep. Okay, so let's bring the incline down. It's too close to a bridge. I assume it means the track underneath is too close to a bridge. But now I want to bring in, what do they call it? A grade separated junction. That's what I want. Again, Blue Wizard has managed to do bridges across tracks. The game is still a bit funky about how it does these. So it might be worth just watching his video to see someone successfully build bridges across tracks, which I appear to be incapable of doing. Okay, we're going to abandon that. And we'll just do a standard switch junction kind of thing, if that's the appropriate term. Take you from there. And we're going to have to cross over to the other side, as it were, like so. Yeah, so you can go back in the other direction and connect you up to that. Superb. Okay, so I think we've got enough for a route now to bring sand down from Sacramento to Albuquerque. So why don't we look at one of the other fabulous new features added in a recent update, which I think came out almost the day I recorded, or after I recorded the previous video for this series. So, signals. If we put a signal here, going back up there, in that direction, the signal panel has changed, and one thing that's now possible is to add automatically placed signals. So what we do here is we set the interval between signals. 1 kilometre might be good for a real life railway, but I'm going to reduce that. 700 metres. Again, I'm not actually honestly sure how long our trains are. It might tell me, but I'm going to assume, I don't know. We're going to say that. So I've now got 6 signals between here and the next switch, I think is how it works it out. As you can see here, it shows you the distance of that signal from something else important. I think from the switch or the next block or whatever. So we've got nearly 5k. It'd be nice if we had real measurements like feet and miles and yards and stuff, not this metric stuff thing. Ooh, no. Right, so I can have, I think, 6 signals automatically placed for me. So if I hit that, press that, automatic placement, and then hit the confirm buttons. Yeah, always remember to hit the confirm button, otherwise it doesn't do what you think it'll do. Confirm that, and I should now have lots of signals up here. Do I have signals? Oh, there's one. Yeah, that I like. Again, particularly because this game works on the basis of being proper long and lengthy. I want to delete that. And proper long routes. Double tracking at once and automatic signal placement are great boons to the game. So I'm going to go all the way back up here and place signals going in the other direction. Well, it's a long way, isn't it? Let's double click there so we're close. Right. Now we've got want some signals coming down from this direction. So we're coming out of that loop. Oh, actually we could do that from here, couldn't we? So yeah, 4.8k. Oh, okay, we'll do that. I shall put it there. It's a one direction signal, and we'll take it down again to 700 meters. We'll just have 5 of these signals. We'll place those. That's the job done. Excellent. Now I will want some individual signals on these switches here to control the trains going in and out of the sand castle. So I want one up there, which is one way. That's good. And we'll have one on the other end as well. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and we'll have one coming into the station here, which is that direction, and coming out. Ooh, that's a bit close, isn't it? No, we're going to need to delete that, I think. I'm not happy with this little segment here. I think that should work. So let's see, can we draw a line then? So this is a brand new line. It is coming from that station, Sacramento. Oh, no. You're going to be called Sacramento Sand Pit. That makes much more sense. And it changes the name automatically here as well. Nice, I like that. It does it without me having to reset the line. Oh, we need to come all the way down here for this. Down to that station there, Albuquerque. It does that. Again, we're not going to... This is going to be... We'll call it Albuquerque. Is that how you spell Albuquerque? Yeah, that looks a little bit wrong to me. I might check that. Right, the line works. It's contiguous there, and the lines go around. We've got this daft crossover here, actually, which is a bit wrong. And our new line 5 I didn't confirm it, did I? Oh, you great plonker. We'll start again. We're going from... we're editing the route. It's created the line, but I didn't confirm the route because I was faffing around. Yes, don't faff. Do the job. One job at a time and get it right. I think that's the trick. And I've lost the station. There it is. Right, it's all contiguous. Confirm the line. Good. And this will be called Sacramento Sand Bulk. Good. That's contiguous. We've got a nice bright yellow line there. I think that works fine. So if we go to that station, because I think this is where the train will appear. There is no train on this line. That's what it says, isn't it? So let's get a new train. Now this is a long route, a long old route, so we need a fairly fast train. So our engines, we've got the Mikado, which goes at 94. The power is 650. This goes at 84. The power's a lot less though. Ooh. Maintenance. Oh. Yeah, the maintenance on the Mikado is double that pretty much of the Atlantic. I wonder if you can double head trains on here. I wonder. Okay, we'll take that. What wagons do we want for this? This is going to be... Oh, the sister... Oh, that's a tank car, isn't it? What we call it in that other game. Okay. Platform as opposed to stake car. I wonder which of the... Are these terms genuine? Are these the terms that are used in some countries or in some parts of the rail industry? I don't know, because I'm not familiar with the rail industry at all. I just play train games. So this carries sand. We'll put... okay, that gives me normal performance, but if I put another train on there... Oh, can I not put another train? I can't put another train. Can you not double head? Ooh, it's not something I do, to be honest. In that other game, I don't tend to do double heading. It's a common practice in reality and in gameplay, but I don't do it. Just the one. That's disappointing. Right, so we're going to take some of these wagons off then. We don't need that many, I'm sure. The performance is still excellent. We'll confirm that, and we'll add you to our new Sacramento Sand Bulk line. And is our train coming out? There's the task is completed. I've earned 2.5 million. And what we're going to do, we're going to name this train. The name was suggested by Paul, who commented on the previous video. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. Very much appreciated. He has a special lady in his life, and we'd like the train named in her honour. So our biggest, fastest, most important train so far on our network is Maisie Jean. Not carrying sand. Will carry sand at some point. So what we'll do is I'll roll forward and we'll finish this video following a train full of sand all the way down to Albuquerque. So I will say at this point, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Train World. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Even better if you've got something to say about what I'm doing with the game or the game itself, or if you feel like having something named, a train or a station or a line, then please just drop a note into the comments box below. It would be wonderful to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Train World, until the next time, bye bye for now.